Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to my DVD collection part 8. And we start off with The Negotiator. This is Nevada Smith with Steve McQueen. Never on Sunday. This is a film by Jules Dassin. Great director who got blacklisted, by the way, so he went to Europe and started making movies there. He also directed Rififi, which is a fantastic French film. Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy, the ultimate Nightmare on Elm Street documentary. This is a crazy Dutch film, New Kids Turbo. Just out of his mind, absolutely out of mind, out of control, just a crazy Dutch film. But this is the sequel, New Kids Nitro, which has this thing, by the way. Yeah, that was Dutch, and that wasn't very nice. But these are absolute crazy movies. Night of the Generals, pretty good film, this one, with Peter O'Toole as a Nazi general. Omar Sharif, from the same producer as Lawrence of Arabia. It also has two actors from Lawrence of Arabia. Pretty good film. Night of the Living Dead. This is the Dutch Digi pack. It also has a documentary on there, Reflections of the Living Dead, which is 78 minutes long. And here we have the Millennium Edition from Elite Entertainment of Night of the Living Dead, which is long out of print now. Nightmare Alley with Tyrone Power. Nightmare City, this is the Dutch edition, which has some bonus features that are not included in other DVD releases, or Blu-ray releases even. A Nightmare on Elm Street, and this is of course the Nightmare on Elm Street box set. Nine Queens, this is a film from Argentina. Yeah, Argentina film. They actually did a remake of this, which is called Criminal. I haven't seen this one, but I heard it's exactly the same as this one. A fantastic film by Scorsese and about Bob Dylan. No Direction Home. No Way Out with Richard Widmark and Sidney Poitier. Northwest Frontier. Very good film. Great adventure flick. Nosferatu. And this is Werner Herzog remake of Nosferatu. Not Quite Hollywood, which is a fantastic documentary about Australian exploitation movies, or Ozploitation as it says here. Very enjoyable. La Notte by Michelangelo Antonioni. This is a great one. Great film. Stars Marcello Mastroianni and Jean Moreau. Great film. That's it. This is a documentary with Paul Verhoeven, as you can see there. Pretty much this is... if you can find this movie with subtitles, because it is in Dutch, then go ahead and watch it. You can see that Paul Verhoeven just made a film called Spetters, and Spetters was... it was quite a controversial film when it came out in Hollywood. Especially the gay and lesbian movements were very angry about it, and some guy interviewed him. Verhoeven and this other guy who's also a Dutch filmmaker, and he confronted Verhoeven about the controversial subjects that were in Spetters, and Verhoeven he just attacked this guy and just went crazy, and then a couple of years later in 2005 he kind of looked back on that interview, and it's fun, but yeah, I enjoyed it. This is, of course, it kind of completes my Verhoeven collection. Oh Brother, Art Thou, absolutely love this film. Great music, great bluegrass music, which I absolutely love. I like to get this on Blu-ray, by the way. Ocean's 11, and here we have Of Unknown Origin. Basically, it's Peter Weller versus a big giant red. Very good film. Oliver, The Ultimate Gift, which has the CD, the DVD, and a book. On Any Sunday, this has exclusive footage of Steve McQueen, which is really the only reason why I have this. Once a Thief. This is really my least favorite John Woo Hong Kong movie, because the comedy parts are a little too silly for my taste, to be honest. Once Upon a Time in America, fantastic film. And here we have Once Upon a Time in China trilogy. This is the Hong Kong box set. And here we have the Once Upon a Time in Italy box set, Spaghetti Western collection from Anchor Bay, which includes Bullets for the General, which is also on Blu-ray. I like to get that on Blu. I believe this one is on Blu as well. Companeros, Four of the Apocalypse. This is directed by Lucio Fulci, Kiyoma, and Texas Adios. Wonderful set. Next one is Once Upon a Time in Mexico. And this is Once Upon a Time in the West. No introduction needed. This is the One-Armed Swordsman trilogy box set with the first movie, Return of the One-Armed Swordsman, and the new One-Armed Swordsman. Here's an underrated Western, One Night Jacks, which is the first and only film that Marlon Brando has directed. And this really needs to get restored, and this also has a Blu-ray release, but the Blu-ray picture quality of that Blu-ray is terrible, and this is very poor picture quality as well. So this really needs to get restored and remastered, and hopefully somebody out there with a lot of money would put this on. Put a lot of money in here to come up with a great release, but I'm afraid that will not be the case. 1 hour photo, fantastic performance by Robin Williams. I really prefer him in this serious films than in the comedies that he did. This one and Insomnia, Good Will Hunting. I prefer him in that one than his comedies. I wasn't really a big fan of his comedies, to be honest. 1 million years BC. This is the original Japanese version of One Missed Call by Takashi Miike. Ong Bak. Absolutely love this film with Tony Jaa. Fantastic martial arts film. I thought part 2 and 3 absolutely sucked. I did not like those movies. Open Ranch, great Western by Kevin Costner. Opera, one of Argento's best films in my opinion. The Osterman Weekend, Sam Peckinpah's final film. The Others, Out of Africa. This is the Spanish DVD release of The Outfit. The Outlaw by Howard Hughes. Paint Your Wagon. This is an entertaining Western musical comedy, whatever, with Lee Marvin. Lee Marvin is great in this, but he actually chose this movie over The Wild Bunch. He could have starred in The Wild Bunch, playing the William Holden character, but he chose this one because he got $1 million for that for this movie, and for the Wild Bunch he got a lot less. But yeah, it's a shame that he chose this one over the Wild Bunch, even though I did enjoy this one. Pal Joey. This is the Korean edition of Pan's Labyrinth, which is a beautiful, beautiful set, by the way. And here's another release of Pan's Labyrinth. It is the UK, I believe this is a HMV exclusive set, which has the slipcover. I believe that is exclusive to HMV, and it also has some art cards inside as well. Panic in the Streets by Eli Kazan. Panic Room, great film. Really love this one. Paper Moon. This is a great one. Very underrated film by a very underrated director, Peter Bogdanovich. The chemistry between Ryan O'Neal and his daughter Tatum is magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Yeah, absolutely love this film. This is Papillon. This is the Korean set, which has the DVDs and also has a sorry about that. It's a screenplay, and that white line in between that is a series of picture cards. Next is a Hitchcock film, The Paradine Case, with Gregory Peck. And this is The Parallax View, one of those paranoia thrillers from the 1970s. Very good ending as well, also very bleak ending. The Passenger by Michelangelo Antonioni. Brilliant film. Absolutely brilliant film with Jack Nicholson. It also has a audio commentary by Jack Nicholson as well. Passion and Poetry, sorry about that. Passion and Poetry, The Ballad of Sam Peckinpah. A fantastic documentary about Sam Peckinpah. Patton. I still need to get this on Blu-ray. No, the remastered version, of course, not the original Blu-ray release, which has a poor transfer. This is the Paul Verhoeven collection from Anke Bay. These are the Dutch films, that he did. Business is Business, which is kind of a strange. This is his first film, but it is a very strange kind of film about a life of a prostitute. Turkish Delight, Katie Tipple, Soldier of Orange, and The Fourth Man. The People versus Larry Flint. This is a personal journey with Martin Scorsese through American movies. Absolutely love this documentary. He should do more of these kind of documentaries. Peter Pan. I'm gonna butcher this one. Le Pétroluges. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. But it stars Brigitte Bardot and Claudia Cardinal. It's a fun French Western. And just look at this picture here. If this picture doesn't convince you of watching this movie right away, then I don't know what is. Phase 4, the first and only film that was directed by Saul Bass. Saul Bass was better known as a title designer who worked on Psycho and North by Northwest and Spartacus and many, many other films. And this is a very good film, actually. Phase 4. Phone Booth. And here we have a small DVD package in between with the physical evidence and the spreading ground. This is The Pianist. Also has the soundtrack in there. Pineapple Express. The first release of Piranha. And this is the re-release of Piranha with the lenticular cover, as you can see. Piranha 2, The Spawning, James Cameron's first movie. I believe he did this a couple of years before he did the Terminator. This is the German DVD set of A Pistol for Ringo, Italian Western. The Plainsman with Gary Cooper as Wild Bill Hickok. The Player, great film by Robert Altman. Pleasantville. Pocahontas. The Poseidon Adventure. The Postman Always Rings Twice. Great film noir. This is the or the premiere Frank Capra collection, I have to say, and this is a wonderful set. It has American Madness, which is a great film, by the way. It Happened One Night, Mrs. Deeds Goes to Town, You Can't Take It With You, and Mrs. Smith Goes to Washington. Wonderful set, this one. This is the Preston Sturges box set. He did these romantic comedies in the 1940s. Sullivan's Travels, The Lady Eve, Hill the Conquering Hero, The Great Moment, The Great McGinty, Christmas in July, and The Palm Beach Stories. These are all great romantic films. Now, I am definitely not a fan of today's romantic comedies. To be honest, I absolutely despise them, especially the ones from Hollywood. But these are romantic comedies with an edge. These are films that are, very well directed, very well acted, and very well written. And I think filmmakers today who wants to do a romantic comedy, they need to look at Preston Sturges' films here and study them and come up with something like this. But this is a great box set of a great underrated filmmaker. Pride and Prejudice. This is the version from 1940. I thought this was going to be nothing for me, but I ended up enjoying this film actually. The Pride and the Passion. Which I kind of have a soft spot for this film. My father used to tell me about this film. He saw this at the big screen when he was just a kid, and it made a big impression on him. And years later, it came on television. I sat down and watched it with my father. That was really great. And another years later, I grabbed this DVD. It's a wonderful film, really. Prince of the City, very good film. Prince Valiant, Princess Mononoke, Prison on Fire, and this is Prison on Fire 2. The Prisoner of Shark Island by John Ford. This is about a man who is being falsely accused of being part of the Lincoln assassination. Proof of Life. The Protector, another great Tony Jaa martial arts film. Here we go. This is a small hard box of The Prowler. And here we have the metal pack with the lenticular cover, even though the lenticular cover doesn't really, it isn't really lenticular. This is Dolph Lundgren's version of Punisher. And I really hope that they're going to do another Punisher movie, and I hope they're going to do a good one this time, because I'm a fan of, or at least I was a fan of the Punisher comic books. And I still have those comic books, by the way. And I really like to see Marvel doing another really good Punisher movie someday. I know that Marvel has regained the rights, or they got the rights back again. Pulp Fiction. Punishment Park, which is an incredible film. It looks like a documentary, but it's not. But it's an incredible film. I believe there was a couple of countries, I believe it was Sweden, that thought that this was real, and they were very angry. They sent a very angry letter to the United States of how could you do this to those people. But then shortly after that, they found out that it was all fake, and then they had to apologize, of course. But this is an incredible film. The Puppet Masters. Winged, Q, the Winged Serpent. Sorry about that. This is an excellent New Zealand film, The Quieters, about the last men on Earth. The Quiet Man with John Wayne, Maureen O'Hara. Quills, Quiz Show, damn good film. Quo Vadis, this is a box set from Germany. This has these booklets and all kind of stuff in there. This is the Rambo trilogy, tin slipcover. Ransom, and the last one is Ravenous. And that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will be back soon with part 9.